Good morning, students. In the chapter Reproduction, the next topic that we will be learning today is the development of the fetus and sex determination in humans. So, fertilization in humans is internal. Fertilization is the process of fusion of the male gamete with the female gamete. The male discharges the sperms inside the body of the female, which produces the ovum. The sperm and the ovum fuse together inside the body of the female. Fertilization and development of zygote to form a new individual takes place inside the body of the female. Thus, the fertilization is internal in humans. So once the fertilization has taken place, the next process is the development of the fetus. After fertilization, the zygote passes into the uterus or the womb. By the time the fertilized ovum reaches the uterus, it will become a morula, which is an early stage of embryo consisting of 16 cells, as you can see in this picture. This morula undergoes repeated division to form the blastocyst. The blastocyst will be surrounded by the zona pellucida, which prevents the blastocyst from sticking to the wall of the uterus. Thus, the blastocyst removes the zona pellucida by the process of hatching. The cells lining the surface of blastocyst after the removal of zona pellucida constitutes the thromboblast. The thromboblast has the ability to attach itself to any tissue which comes in contact with it. The thromboblast sticks to the uterine endometrium, which is the lining of the wall of the uterus. So this process is called as implantation. The thromboblast invades the endometrium of the uterus and penetrates deeper till the whole blastocyst lies within the endometrium, as you can see in this picture. So this process is called as interstitial implantation. So what happens is that the ovary releases the egg or the ovum into the fallopian tube, and if the ovum is fertilized by a sperm, the diploid zygote thus formed starts to divide and it moves to the uterus. By the time the zygote moves or reaches to the uterus, it reaches the morula stage, which undergoes repeated division to form the blastocyst. The blastocyst is lined with zona pellucida. Thus, it hatches to remove the zona pellucida. Thus, the thromboblast sticks to the uterine wall and it starts to invade the uterine wall and it penetrates deeper. So this process is called as implantation. So once the embryo has been implanted, what happens is that at about 2 months, the embryo starts resembling the human form and it is called as the fetus. The development of the human embryo is divided into 3 periods, which is also known as the trimesters. Each trimester lasts roughly for around 3 months. It takes about 9 months for the embryo to grow and develop into a fully formed baby. This period is called as the gestation period or the period of pregnancy. Inside the uterus, the fetus is enclosed in a bag-like membrane which is called as the amnion, which is filled with a fluid which is called as the amniotic fluid, as you can see in the picture. The uterus, amnion and amniotic fluid protects the fetus. A special organ called as placenta develops in the uterus. It is connected to the fetus by the umbilical cord. The placenta allows substances to pass between the mother and the fetus, and it also prevents the mixing up of the fetal and the parental blood. And at the end of the gestation period, the walls of the uterus begins to contract. The amnion breaks and the contractions of the uterus pushes the baby out through the vagina. This process is called as parturition or childbirth. Now we shall study about the sex determination in humans. Chromosomes are present in the nucleus of every cell. Each cell in the human body except the gametes have 23 pairs of chromosomes, which is 46 chromosomes in total. The 22 pairs of chromosomes are called as the autosomes, and the 23rd pair of chromosome is called as the sex chromosome. The sex chromosomes are labeled as X and Y. Females have XX chromosomes and hence they are referred to as homomorphic, while males have XY chromosome, hence they are referred to as heteromorphic. The gametes carry only one set of 23 chromosomes. Thus, each gamete has only one sex chromosome, which is either a X chromosome or a Y chromosome. Females are homogametic as they produce only one type of ovum, which carries 22 autosomes plus a X chromosome, whereas males are heterogametic as they produce two types of gametes. The sperms may either contain 22 autosome plus 1 X chromosome, or it may contain 22 autosome plus 1 Y chromosome. Usually, the sperms have equal number of gametes with X chromosome and Y chromosome. Mothers always contribute an X chromosome to the child, whereas the sex chromosome, which is present in the gamete which comes from the father, determines the sex of the child. If the gamete from the father has an X chromosome, the baby will be a girl with an XX combination of chromosomes. Whereas if the gamete from the father has a Y chromosome, the baby will be a boy with an XY combination of chromosomes. This shows that the sex chromosome in the gamete that comes from the father determines the sex of the child. So in this video, we have studied the development of the fetus and also the sex determination in humans. Thank you, students.